Hi, this is Raina. Welcome back to my crochet channel. In this video, we will crochet the Starlight Beanie using a bulky yarn. And I named my beanie after this off-white yarn from Lion brand, which is called Starlight. And I just happen to have this pretty palm with these golden strands to attach to it. And I will also show you how I attach the palm, because this is the bulky yarn, and if you use the palm with elastic band like I did and just tie a knot inside, it will likely just slip through and you lose the palm. So instead I used a button, sewed it on here inside, and then you can attach the palm, and it will be easy to remove as well to wash the hat. And I would say this is an easy crochet project. The whole pattern is using just slip stitches, and I was able to make one hat in one sitting. That's how quick it is. So this is the Lion brand Wool-E Stick and Quick yarn. I will use this color in tutorial. It is called Bubbles. One bow is enough for one hat. It has 140 grams, 87 yards, 80 meters in it. The yarn weight is super bulky, size 6. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. I like to use a faux fur pom-pom. This one has an elastic band here. I'll show you how I attach it with a button. My main crochet hook is 9 millimeters, and I use the finer hook. This one is 5 millimeters for the edge. If you choose to make it, it's easier to do the slip stitches. I have the big tapestry needle to sew the top of the hat, and the 1-inch button to attach the pom-pom. So first of all, I leave a tail about 30 inches long, so I can use it later to sew the top of the hat. And then here, make a slip knot. And now chain 21. And first row we'll make 20 slip stitches, starting with a second chain from hook. So in here I insert hook through that upper loop, pull yarn through and pull it through loop on hook. And starting each next row with one chain and turn. The chain doesn't count as stitch. And now slip stitch in back loops here. Next is third row. We're going to make 15 slip stitches instead of 20. So chain, turn, and count 15. 1, 2, again in back loops only. 3, 4, 5, and we leave these last 5 stitches here. Row 4, chain, turn, and again make 15 slip stitches. Next row 5, we'll do 20 slip stitches, chain and turn. So first make these 15. And after these 15 first slip stitches, here we have these 5 we didn't stitch in previously, so just reach into this first one and make slip stitch, and then 4 more. 3, 4, and 5. And row 6, chain, and just slip stitch 20. And now 2 more rows, 7 and 8, also 20 slip stitches. Next I have row 9, and this one will make 15, and also row 10. 3, 4, 5. Leave 5 last stitches unworked. Row 10, chain, and 15. And next 4 rows, 11, 12, 13, 14, we'll do again 20. This is still row 11, and here after these first 15, again just reach over to these 5 stitches that were unworked here and make slip stitches to have total 20. And so you see how this repeats. You'll do 4 rows of 20 slip stitches and then 2 rows of 15. And this way now make total of 61 rows. And I ended up adding 2 more rows, so I have total of 63 rows because I still have enough yarn left to finish the hats. As long as you finish it here on top. And now to attach the sides. So here's my beginning tail, here's my working loop, and I'm going to fold it this way. So I want to keep these beginning chain loops here closer to me, and the working loop is over here. So the first stitch can be harder because we have to bring the working loop over from the opposite side. But this is the way to do it most seamlessly, I have found. And the hook through the working loop here. First I want to insert it under this first foundation chain space here. And it's not the upper loop of that chain, it's a space a little under it. So when you insert it through, you see you've inserted through 2 loops. So go a little bit under that first foundation chain. And next, insert it through the back loop of that first stitch on your last row, then yarn over and pull it through. First stitch can be harder, the next ones will be easier. So next space right here, it's kind of like between these 2 foundation chains, the space. So first here, and then the back loop of the next stitch on your last row and pull through. The next space is here and back loop. So when we're done with this, we're going to turn it inside out, because this is the right side. So if you want to check before moving further that you got it, so here it looks really nice. Like no difference with these other spaces here. And when done with that, turn it inside out. So now we can do the edge. Going to use now my finer hook. First chain. And I'm going to make slip stitches, inserting hook through these upper stitches here, each of these, and not spaces between, only these, and try to keep the stitches loose. And just doing slip stitches. all around. And all done. I will cut off my yarn, fasten off. And let's now do the top of the hat. I will use my big tapestry needle and the long tail from the beginning. So first I'm just going to weave it in and out all around. Then pull tighter. And then I'm going to turn it inside out again, because now here I'm going to work on sewing on the button. So bring the yarn also out here. I'm going to make a few more stitches here so I can pull it even tighter. So attaching the button is a little bit of work, but I got it done, and the pom-pom is nice and tight here on top of my hat. And now just weave in these two ends and you're finished. Here is my finished Starlight Beanie. Looks nice and cozy. I hope you have fun making your own. You will find the link to written pattern in video description box. Thank you so much for watching and happy crocheting.